Welcome everyone to our channel AKU Explanation. So this is our part 3 of fundamental unit of life. So I hope that you are watching our videos and liking also. So before starting with this part, please watch part 1 and part 2 also, because it will help you to understand the concepts easily, because in those part I have discussed regarding the introduction of this chapter and the discoveries which were made related to the cell. Then I also started with different kinds of cells, so you must watch that 2 videos. It will be helpful to you. So in this part you can see 2 questions are written in black color, that what is a cell made up of and what is the structural organization of a cell. Till now we learnt about different kinds of cells, then cell organelles I told you. Then I told you that how in a multicellular organism different cells they perform together to do some of the very important functions in our body. Similarly, how in a unicellular organism a cell performs. So now we need to start that a cell cannot alone do these things. So a cell also requires some materials which will help it to perform different functions. So what are those materials? And I told you in the part 2 of this chapter that these materials are called organelles, and we have a different lots of organelles which are present in a cell. So in this part I am going to give you just very like short points regarding all the organelles, and after this part we'll start the brief discussion, starting from taking each and every organelles one by one and covering all the parts. So let us begin. So here you see that I have written a list of organelles in front of you, where in the first we having a plasma membrane. So plasma membrane is basically the outermost covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cell from its external environment. So if this is your cell, so the outermost covering will be called as plasma membrane, which helps the cell to separate itself from the external environment. External environment will be this and the internal environment will be this. So this plasma membrane, it is dividing the two environments, the external and the internal, so that the cell body is differentiated from the external environment and it remains protected. In second, we have a cell wall. So remember that cell wall is only present in a plant cell. Yes, cell wall is not found in animal cells. And cell wall after the plasma membrane in plant cell, if this is your plant cell, this is your plasma membrane. Inside the plasma membrane you will be having the cell wall, which gives the rigidity to the plant cell. It gives what? Rigidity. And it also has some of the functions when the cell division takes place, and all this we will talk later when we will do the discussions on each part one by one. Next we are having nucleus. You all must be knowing that nucleus is the most important organelle, like not the most, one of the most important organelle in a cell. Why we say that nucleus is the most important organelle? Because nucleus, it guides these organelles to how much to function, how much to release, how much to move, and other different kinds of the activities. So that is why this is the boss of the cells. So it is very important organelle which is present in the cell. Next we are having cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is basically the liquid part inside the cell. Inside the cell, the liquid part which is present is called the cytoplasm. So after the plasma membrane, this is your plasma membrane, all the liquid part which is present is called the cytoplasm. Next we have cell organelles. So please remember, students find this term very confusing sometimes. They do interchange this word from like according to their will. That sometime they will say cell organelles, sometime they will say organelles. But you need to be very careful that these two terms, organelles and cell organelles, they are two different terms. Organelles means all these different parts which I have given here, different materials. Yes. So organelles are the different materials which are present inside the cell. But what is cell organelles? Cell organelles, this is your plasma membrane. Then inside the plasma membrane you are going to have nucleus, then you are going to have endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosome, mitochondria. So suppose that this is your mitochondria. So this mitochondria will also be having a separate, like a wall, you can say. Yes, and that wall is called the cell organelle. Cell organelles and organelles are not same. I hope that you are understanding the difference between them. The boundary of the organelles is called the cell organelles. The way here you can say that cell is this and the cell wall is this. Yes, so similarly the cell organelle is this, but the boundary is called the cell organelles. So this cell organelles, what is its function? It divides the cell cytoplasm and the organelle body. So if you are having a mitochondria, so this inner side of the mitochondria will be called the cell organelle body, and this will be called your cell organelle. So, and outside this you will be having the cytoplasm. So this cell organelle is going to separate the cell organelle body and the cytoplasm. Next we are having endoplasmic reticulum. Now what is endoplasmic reticulum? Endoplasmic reticulum, short form you also see here, that ER. In short form we say endoplasmic reticulum as ER. So endoplasmic reticulum is a network of membrane bound tubes. Endoplasmic reticulum are basically some tube like structures, or you may say somewhat like this, which are helpful in like some of the productions of proteins, fats and all. So right now you just remember that they are some tubules, round or bag like structures. When I will start this endoplasmic reticulum in a brief way, you will understand it better. For now you just remember that they are tube like structures. Next we are having Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is just present after you have the ER, then just after this ER, Golgi apparatus will be present. Golgi apparatus is also like this. First you will having ER, then second Golgi apparatus. So what is the function of Golgi apparatus? Actually, the substances which are released by the endoplasmic reticulum, they will be taken up by the Golgi apparatus and they will be packed in a very like specified way. So the function of Golgi apparatus is packaging. Next, just after the Golgi apparatus, you will be having lysosomes. Lysosomes, they are called suicidal bags. Or they are the waste containing bags or waste removing bags. So their function is to store waste and to remove the waste which are present inside the cell body, and they do have some of the digestive enzymes. So lysosomes also have enzymes which helps in the normal functioning of the cell. I told you that first you are having ER, then you are having Golgi apparatus, and then you will be having lysosome. So why I am saying that first, second and third? Because there is some importance that why these are present in a sequential manner. This I'll told you when I will start the brief discussion. Next, you're having mitochondria. Mitochondria is the energy storing organelle, also called as powerhouse. It generates energy which is required for the cell to functions for its different kinds of functions. Next we have plastids. So plastids are also present only in plant cell. So in the previous page what we learned that cell wall is present in only in plant cells. So here we got that plastids are also present only in plant cells. So these two organelles, they are only present in plant cells, not in animal cell. Then we have vacuoles. What are vacuoles? These are storage sacs of liquids or solid contents. So they store liquids and solid contents. In a plant cell, the vacuoles, suppose this is a plant cell, so the vacuole is going to constitute a large portion of the plant cell. Whereas in an animal cell, the vacuoles are very small. Sometimes the vacuole in a plant cell may contain 90% part of the cell, but in an animal cell, the vacuole is very, very small. Sometimes it is not there, or sometimes it is very negligible. So this was the difference between a plant cell and an animal cell. So this is end of this part. I hope that you liked the video, and please subscribe to our channel and just wait for the next part. Thank you.